Hello, my dear people. Today we will talk about relations, about US-Iran relations. Or, because you have to understand one thing, just a second. All this, we are going to talk, we are going to talk about history of US-Iran relations. You have to understand this didn't start 6 weeks ago. This didn't start 2 years ago. This started 47 years ago. And you have to understand, first we must go back in history and talk about history of relations between Iran and US. Okay, today now is still a ceasefire between USA and Iran. So we are not going to talk about Israel today. We are going to talk strictly about Iranian and American relations and history of Iranian-American relations, which were very good till 1979. So we can say 47 years ago the problems started when we're talking about relations between Iran and USA. Okay, so you can find all this on Wikipedia. People should read Wikipedia because you have everything, and you can educate. You can educate yourself by reading not only media and all this propaganda from people which are spreading around the world. So okay, let's go. Just a second. Okay, as you can see, here is USA and here is Iran. So the point is, I said a couple of things in. Okay, I said that US and Iran have unresolved scores, as there have been problems when it comes to US-Iran relations since 1979. I also said that US, the United States of America, as an ally of Great Britain and NATO and Israel, acts in the interests of its allies. So you have to understand this also. Okay, now there are indirect, we can say indirect relations. Pakistan serves as Iran protecting power in the United States, while Switzerland serves as the United States protecting power in Iran. Contacts are carried out through the Iranian interest section of the Pakistani embassy in Washington and the US interest section of the Swiss embassy in Tehran. Okay, we need to go back to the 18th century. So, before Declaration of Independence, so before 1776, American media, just a second, American media, all we can say, what is this? Okay, American media, all of them, they were pro-Iranian, especially during the revolt of Afghan Emir Mahmud Hotak against the Safavid dynasty. So these relations, we can say, started before Declaration of Independence, when USA became independent country. Okay, so political relations between Qajar Persia and the United States began when the Shah of Iran, Nasreddin Shah Qajar, officially sent he sent officially to USA first ambassador Mirza Abul Hassan. To Washington in 1856. So in 1883, Samuel G. W. Benjamin was appointed by the United States as the first official diplomatic envoy to Iran. However, ambassadorial relations were not established till 1944. So this, you can see the U.S. consulate in Tabriz sits in the line of fire during the Iranian constitutional revolution, while the city was being attacked and bombed by 4,000 Russian troops in December 1911, before First World War. Okay, yeah, this is history. Okay. Okay, then which year is this? This is between First World War and Second World War. Americans wearing jabeh, kolak, traditional Persian clothes, at the opening of the Majlis, January. Okay, yeah. This year is Tehran. Okay, this is still between, okay, Joseph Plum Cochrane, American missionary. He's founder of Iran's first modern medical school. Okay, this is, okay. At the 1943 Tehran conference, the Allied Big Three. So you can see here Joseph Stalin, Roosevelt, and Churchill. So they issued the Tehran Declaration to guarantee the post-war independence of Iran. We can say that Iran maintained officially neutrality at the outbreak of World War II, but was invaded and occupied by British and Soviet forces in August 1941 to secure Allied supply lines and oil. At that time, how should I say, the Pahlavi dynasty was installed. Iran became a vital Persian corridor for Allied aid to the Soviets and officially joined the Allies in 1943. Okay. In 1949, after the World War II, the Assembly of Iran gave the Shah Reza Pahlavi, the power to dissolve the parliament. Till the outbreak of World War II, the United States had no active policy toward Iran. When the Cold War began, the United States was alarmed by the attempt by the Soviet Union to set up separatist states in Iran, Iranian Azerbaijan and Iranian Kurdistan, as well as its demand for military rights to the Dardanelles in 1946. Behind was also this: China became a hardcore communist state. The uncovering of Soviet spy rings and the start of the Korean War. The Shah with Truman. Well, this is not Reza Pahlavi, or this is I'm sorry, Reza Pahlavi and Truman. Sorry, I thought this guy is Reza Pahlavi. No, this is Truman. Okay, but then in 1951, Iran nationalized its oil industry. On April 28, 1951, Mohammad Mossadegh was elected as prime minister by the parliament of Iran. Okay, This was a small problem for West, but we can say the British planned to retaliate by attacking Iran because of Mohammed Mossadegh. But U.S. President Harry S. Truman pressed Britain to moderate its position in the negotiations and not to invade Iran. American policies fostered a sense in Iran that the United States supported Mossadegh, along with optimism that the oil dispute would soon be resolved through a series of innovative proposals that would provide Iran with significant amounts of economic aid. Mossadegh visited Washington, and the American government made frequent statements expressing support for him. But, okay, let's go on with pictures. Okay, yeah, Eisenhower and Reza Pahlavi. Yeah, Shah. Okay. Okay, at the same time, the United States honored the British embargo, and without Truman's knowledge, the CIA station in Tehran had been carrying out covert activities against Mossadegh and the National Front. We are in year 1952. In 1953, the US and Britain orchestrated a coup to overthrow Iran's Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. Fearing communist influence and the economic instability after Iran nationalized its oil industry, the coup, led by CIA and MI6, first failed, but on a second attempt, mission was accomplished. It reinstalled Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, who then received substantial U.S. financial and military support. The U.S. helped establish SAVAK. SAVAK is SAVAK was like CIA or KGB or Mossad when we are talking about this. Okay, in 1953, U.S. President Eisenhower, you can see him here. He was also a general during Second World War II. Okay, President Eisenhower launched Iran's nuclear program as part of Atoms for Peace program. The U.S. helped Iran create its nuclear program by providing the Tehran Research Reactor, the nation's first nuclear reactor, as well as 5.58 kilos of enriched uranium. Iran became a member of NPT, so on July 1st. In 1968, Parliament ratified the treaty in February. Okay, actually, yeah, Iran became a member of NPT on July 1st, 1968, but the parliament, Iranian parliament, ratified the treaty in February 1970. The participation of the US and Western European governments continued till the 1979, when this Iranian Islamic Revolution started. Okay, then the problems started. The Iranian Islamic Revolution ousted the Shah and replaced him with the anti-American Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini. The hostages crisis started, and its consequences regarding this hostage crisis. United States Embassy, we can say the Embassy of the United States in Beirut, the bombing, United States Embassy bombing was a suicide bombing on the embassy of the U.S. in Beirut during the civil war in Lebanon. Yeah, I was talking today about Lebanon. Yeah, and I can say, of course, after this Islamic Revolution, the Iranian regime was supporting Hezbollah or Shia militia in this Lebanese civil war. On October 23rd, 1983, two truck bombs were detonated at the buildings in Beirut, Lebanon, housing American and French service members of the multinational force in Lebanon, MNF, a military peacekeeping operation during the Lebanese civil war. The attack killed 307 people, 241 US and 58 French military personnel, 6 civilians and 2 of the attackers. And then the Lebanon hostage crisis was the kidnapping in Lebanon of 104 foreign hostages between 1982 and 1992 during the Lebanese civil war. The hostages were mostly Americans and Western Europeans. Hezbollah kidnapped hostages. So yeah, I was talking today again about this Lebanon and this civil war in Lebanon because the regime in Iran was supporting and is still supporting this Shia militia Hezbollah, which is marked as terrorist organization. So yeah, okay, I hope you understand what I said about history of relations of Iranian and USA relations. So that's it for today. Good night, have a nice day, shalom, and bye bye. Ciao.